Hey, authors and future bestsellers. Welcome back to the Authors Corner podcast. I missed y'all. I took a break because I wanted to celebrate my birthday well, and I'm learning how to rest. So I did take a little mini break to celebrate my birthday, which I did because I celebrate my birthday all month. But I'm back now, back into it, into the community, into the conversation, because we're going to continue to move along when it comes to book publishing. So, we're going to talk about all things writing, publishing, and walking in purpose with your message, with our message, because I'm an author as well too. So, for those that are new to the Authors Corner podcast, I am your host, your favorite book publishing coach and writing coach, Tiffany Dillard. And today we're going to tackle a topic that so many writers quietly struggle with, but don't always talk about out loud. What do you do when your book sales have slowed down? What do you do? It has happened to me. It has happened to many of us. So, what do you do when your book sales have slowed down? Maybe you have launched your book months ago or even a year ago, and things started off strong. You had family and friends that were supportive. You had a great launch day, and then silence, crickets. Nobody is going over to the website. You haven't been to the post office in a while, and you're promoting. The numbers started to stop. You started wondering, did I do something wrong? Is my message still relevant? First of all, I want us to take a breath. Take a breath. Okay? Take a breath. And I say us because my first book was written in 2020. And I was on a high then. And then I came down to a low. And I've had a few people here and there through vending events that have purchased my book, but it has not been as it was in the beginning. So I just want you to know that it happens to every author. I'm going to say that one more time. It happens to every author. It's not just you. So if you came into agreement with that lie, that it's because it's you, come out of agreement with it now. Okay? It's not you. It happens. It's not just you. It happens to every author. The real question isn't why is this happening? The question is, what can I do next? And that's what we're going to talk about. What can we do next? We are solutionists. Okay? So we see a problem and we're going to go and get the solution so that we can move forward. We're not going to stay in a place of self pity and woe is me. We're going to move forward. So I want you to go get everything that you need so that you can stay engaged with this episode. So go get your favorite snack, drink, journal, favorite pen, so you can take down the notes. You can write down notes of what I'm going to share with you on today, of how we can kind of get that wheel turning again when it comes to our book projects. All right? Go get what you need. Come back. All right, Kingdom Scribe. So I am confident that you went and got what you needed to take notes, because I want you to write down what I'm saying to you. And even if you have to come back and rewatch this episode, do so. Do so, okay? Hit the replay and go back and watch it again. So the first point we're going to talk about is refresh your marketing strategy. So if you know that right now your sales are slow, nobody has been purchasing your book, you've been promoting, you've been advertising, you, like myself, have been doing vending events, and you have had your product ready to go. Everything is ready to go, and everything has still been slow. You have people come and ask you about the book, but nobody's purchasing it. You have people to come ask you about the journal, but nobody's purchasing it. So you've had a lot of people to inquire, but there is no purchasing of the product. So it's time to change how you're showing up. So try a new tactic. One, you can do a 3-day flash sale. Okay. And or you can create a new Instagram reel. Like, take the content that you have and kind of revise it and fresh it up. One thing that I do with my website platform that I have, which is Wix, that I'm on. Wix allows me to do like promotional videos. So there are some promotional videos that I have been using, and I'll constantly continue to use those. And then there's sometimes where I kind of go and switch it up, maybe change the color, maybe change the wording, maybe switch out the products. I have a promotional video for to talk about the New Voice Books family and the authors that have been published through New Voice Books. And I've had to update that to add the new authors that have been um, up now is a part of the New Voice Books family. So that way there's new advertisement, and also shows the books that we publish, so that people can know, oh, this is that author, this is that author's book. And then also learn that we are family over here. So sometimes you may have to just take some content that you have used or you've already done, if it's a reel, a live, whatever, and refresh it up or reuse that content again. Go back. It may be something that you did and you did well when you first started marketing your book. Take that content and bring it back out. Dust it off and bring it back out. Um, you can do like a Facebook Live where you read a powerful excerpt of your book. you know Give them a little tease, give them a little taste. Put this book back in your mind as it was when you first wrote the book, or when you first created the journal, or whatever the product is. Put it back in your mind as if this is the first day, it's launch day, it is the first time that anybody is ever going to be um they're going to know about this product. They're going to hear you talk about your product, your book. Take it back to the beginning. It may be 5 years from now, it may be a year from now, or a couple of months from now, but take it back to the beginning, from when you first started all of this. Take it back there. Don't be afraid to repeat your message in a fresh way. Don't be afraid to go on a live and talk about your book again for the first time in a new and a fresh way. This some reels you may have did, you didn't add kind of music to it, you didn't kind of jazz it up. Jazz it up. You may need to add different keywords to it. You may need to share it on more platforms. Maybe you were just sharing it on Instagram, and now you have people on Facebook now, and now you need to go to Facebook. Or now you have people on TikTok now, and now you need to share it on TikTok. So, you may have to share it out on more platforms than what you did when you first launched. Okay. People need reminders. Like I told you, use content that I've had before, that I've, posted before, to remind people of who we are, who New Voice Books is. And so sometimes you may need to do that. Remind people of your book. Remind people that you're an author. Remind people of the book that you wrote. Remind people of why you wrote the book. And that will help you get new content to be able to share about your product. Your book may have been out for a while, but there are new eyes seeing your content every day. So don't set your content to private. Put it out there set it to public, so that new people can get it, see what you're doing. Even if you can afford to do like paid advertisement, do paid advertisement. I know back in the day, and I'm going to get back to this, I used to do like $5, and that was like $1 a day, but it gave me a little bit more extended reach than my community and my audience that I normally, who would normally see my content and what I'm sharing. And so sometimes you can do that. If you have a little extra cash to spare, pay for a little advertisement for a week to be able to get your book out there and get some new eyes on it. You may say, well, Tiffany, well, I do that, but then I'm still not seeing anything. The fact of the matter is that you did it. You did it. That's the main thing, is you did it. Somebody saw it. Somebody's going to reach out. One thing about it is trust the advertisement that you put out. Trust what you put out. Have faith in the content that you put out. You have to think about it. You see commercials of different products all day long, whether it's on your TV, whether it's on your phone. You have emails being sent to you, some you subscribe to, some you didn't. You're seeing marketing all day long. And that doesn't mean that you're going to purchase everything that you see, but that does let you know that when you do need that product, you know where to go. When you do need that service, you know where to go. And so that's the same thing with your content. Don't do not market. Do not market. It sounds weird, but don't market and then because you feel like nobody's responding, because you don't feel like, okay, well, I put this post out and then somebody needs to go onto my website. Have faith in what you put out. Have faith in the marketing that you share. Have faith in the content that you share. And know that when somebody is ready to purchase your book, you have already given them the information of where they need to go get it. That's it. They don't know where to go if you don't let them know. So put it out there. Trust what God has given you to share with the world. And then do what He told you to do. That's just it. So, point 2, reintroduce your book to new audiences. So, and that's what I went back to talking about. You may have to go on different platforms now. You may not be able to stay on one platform. I am sharing more now on LinkedIn than I've ever had before. I've always had a LinkedIn account, but I never really went over there and kind of used it, kind of tapped in every now and then. But now I am promoting over on LinkedIn now. So that's putting me before a new audience. That's helping other people to see my reels and what products that I offer, the books that I have released, and the books that my authors and my clients are releasing now. That helps people to get to know me on a different scene, on a different platform. Maybe your core audience has already heard about your book. So now you need to go wider. Reach out to podcasters, bloggers, ministry leaders, or women's groups that align with your book's theme. So maybe you have to get outside of social media. Maybe that email list that you've been having for a while, maybe you need to tap in and send out a blast email about your book to your email list. They haven't heard from you in a while. Send it out to them. You have some people that you know in church. Share your book. See about how you can um kind of get your book circling within different groups within your church. If your church has a bookstore, ask them, how can I get my book into the bookstore? you know Maybe create like a little book club, and get a few people that want to join your book club, and you share, and it may could be some other authors, like, hey, I want to create a book club for other authors, so that way we're able to support each other when it comes to our book. And first month out the gate for the book club will be your book, and that way, at least everybody can get your book, read your book, and then they can come together. Y'all can come together and talk about your book, and then y'all move on to the next author. And then maybe with that, each person invites somebody in to the book club. And then that's another person getting your book. So you can do that as well to kind of go wider. Um, Offer to speak. We have an episode on the YouTube channel that's talking about preparing yourself to be a speaker. That your book is your business card. Your book is the key to put you on a stage. So offer to speak about it. Let people know, like, hey, this is what my book is about, and this is my topic. And anyone that is looking for someone to speak and to share their story about this topic, I'm available. And it may be something that you may do for free for the first time, just to kind of get people aware of who you are and your message. You may host a Q&A. You can do that on live. You can do that on live, and a lot of the platforms now are allowing you to go live. I believe if you're on X, you can go live on X now. So there is a lot of opportunity to be able to go live. You may can send a free copy to a community leader. So somebody within your community, send them a free copy. Share your book out with someone. And that free copy can open doors for other people to be able to go and purchase your book. You never know who's connected to your next wave of readers. And one thing that I'm always going to ask you to do is always pray and ask God for your strategy. Who am I to reach out to? Where am I to go and to extend my reach and be able to reach those that I may not have reached when I first launched my book, when I first published it and then released it? Like, ask God to help you with this strategy. Where is the new audience at, God? What platforms are they on? What podcaster or blogger can I reach out to? Is it someone in my church or community that I can reach out to? And if so, who is that person? Guide me and direct me, so that way I can go to the right place at the right time to talk to the right person, to be able to get my book put in their hands, so that way the new audience that I'm looking for can know that I have something for them. Okay? So make sure you pray. So point 3 is audit and update your book's presentation. Audit and update your book's presentation. So let's be honest. Sometimes the book needs a little facelift. It's okay to revise. It doesn't mean that what you did at first was bad. Change is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. Change is a good thing, people. It's not a bad thing. So, is your cover still catching attention? Maybe you need to change your book cover. Maybe when you first released your book, the coins was a little low and you had to do, what you had to do. You had to utilize what you had to use. You could only use what you had to use. And now you're at a place to where you can invest into getting a book cover done. Go ahead and do your book cover. Keep it around the same theme of your original book cover, because you don't want people to look at your book and say, is this the same book? Like, be so focused on whether or not it's the same book or not, or if it's your book, because people are maybe thinking like, hold on, is somebody trying to take your book and make it their own? And then they're so focused on trying to reveal the fraud, then really know that it's you. So still have it to tailor to the original book cover, but just spruce it up a little bit. You're now going to a graphic designer who can kind of help you get it a little bit more tailored and polished than what it was in the beginning. Does your Amazon description highlight the problem your book solves? So that means that if you're selling your book on Amazon, your book description, does it let people know that your book is the guide to help them through self-help? Your book is the guide to help them through credit repair. Your book is the guide to help them learn how to wait in a waiting room. Wait on God and his promises. Your book description should let that person know that when within these pages, I have what you need when it comes to your issue and your problem within this message. Like my book, The Marriage Conversation with God. That book is sharing information that I learned from God pertaining to marriage. So if you, like me, were like, okay, God, why do I need to be married? What's the big deal? Why is it so important? That book is going to answer some questions. Now, no, I'm not going to say it's going to answer all of your questions. It's not an encyclopedia from heaven, but it's going to answer some main key points that you need to know when it comes to marriage and why it's important to God, and how our relationship with God should also be a reflection with our relationship with our spouse. So that's what that book is going to answer for you. Okay. And that's what you want to make sure your description shows, whether it's on your website, whether it's on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, wherever your book is being sold. Make sure that your book description lets that person know, that reader know, let your audience know that this is the key to solve your problem, my book. And then even change your tagline or add a few strong reviews to your sales page can make a big difference. So ask people that have read your book before, can you give me like a little small paragraph book review? They don't have to write a big long review. Ask them if they can do a book review. If they can record it, that would be even better. If they can record their book review and that way you can share it as a reel, that would be amazing. And if they record it, just ask them to have your book in their hand during the recording so they'll know, it gives credit that they're talking about your book. And then share that out, because we are visual people now. So some people will read the post, some people will look at the recording. So either way it go, just try to do it both ways, and then put that out, as a new review, a book review, to kind of draw people in, to be like, oh, okay, oh, this is what the book is about. Okay, because sometimes people don't buy things until they hear people say how good it was. They be like, well, is that a good book? I don't know. You know, and you'll have some people that just buy the book just to buy it. And that's okay. That's okay. Them sales count too. But so, continue to reach your audience, share your book reviews out with people, and that's something that myself, I'm getting better on, is asking people to give me a book review, following up with people who have purchased my book and ask them to do a book review for me. So point 4 is create content around the book's message. So if you want people to want to read your book, you have to create the content around your message. If people aren't buying the book, give them a sample. So you may give them just the introduction page, the introduction section. The introduction section is not always long. So you can give them that, say, hey, I want to share out a sample of my book. I'm going to do like a digital download of the introduction. And then always put your link there of where they can go to purchase the full book. Okay, you can give them a sample. Pull out key lessons and quotes from your book and turn them into short videos, graphics, or devotionals. Your book has so much in it that you can use it. You have to know how to use it. That's it. Your book is not just something you wrote and it's like, well, that's it. No, it's not. I've created book excerpts for my book, The Reflection of Me. And I'm also getting ready to create book excerpts for a marriage conversation with God, because I want people to understand what marriage is about. Even with The Reflection of Me, I want people to understand who have dealt with domestic violence or know someone who has dealt with domestic violence. I want them to know that they don't have to stay in that. I want them to know that that's not their identity and that they can be free. And God is the one who can deliver them and set them free. So pull out some stuff out of your book and share it. And do some videos. Turn things into lessons. Hey, Kingdom Scribe. I think you're trying to figure out how to get your book published, right? You're kind of trying to figure out all the things. Well, let New Voice Books help you. Go to our website, nvpublishingco.com, There you will find all of the services that we provide for book publishing. You can schedule a one-on-one coaching call with myself. If you just want to ask questions, you want to get a better understanding of something, we also have a Kingdom Scribe mentorship program that will take you from A to Z when it comes to book publishing and all of the other things that you will need along the way. So you don't have to sit there and try to figure out how you're going to do this. Just go to nvpublishingco.com and New Voice Books will be glad to serve you in excellence and help you publish your book so that way it can change the world. Be blessed. Turn things into quotes and put that content out there. The more people hear the message, the more they'll want the full experience. Remember, people buy transformation, not just paper and ink. They buy something that's going to help their lives change. They buy something that's going to help them to transform their mind, their heart, their body, their finances, their marriage, their relationships. That's what they buy because they're coming to you as the expert. You're telling them that I can guide you through this situation. I'm on the other end of the road and I can guide you to where I am. And I can let you know, hey, it's good over here. Now you're going to have to walk through some things. Yes. You're going to have to jump some hurdles. You're going to have to kind of come through some obstacles, but it's good over here and you can make it through. So share your content out. Create content around your message, okay? And yes, I hear that person in the back. Are you going to apply these points? I am. Nothing that I share on this platform, I'm not going to use. Why would I not? These topics I ask God about. I say, God, what did your kingdom scribes need to learn? What you want to talk about to your people? This ain't me. This is his platform. I'm just being the voice in the earth. And when he gives me ideas about things, you think that I'm not going to apply this to my own life? Surely, surely you couldn't have thought that. I'm applying these points to me, to my own life as well too, to my books as well too. The book excerpts for A Marriage Conversation with God is going to be written today. And I'm gonna go ahead and plan me a little live to just read the introduction. I'm just gonna read the introduction so people it can be drawn in to that book and then continue to share the introduction live out. Okay? I want to do that because I want people to purchase the book, not just for the money, but because I want them to learn to know what I know when it came to marriage. I want them to know and have an understanding of what marriage is according to God, not this world, not our family, not a rom-com that we saw, not our imagination, but from God himself, the creator of marriage. So, point 5, stay consistent and keep showing up. The worst thing you can do when sales slow down is disappear. So, yeah. So that person who's disappeared and said, well, I got this, box of books and it's just in my garage. Get them books out that garage, dust them books off, and get on these platforms, pull out that email list and get to working. Get to working, okay? And to get out here and share your message with the world. Do not disappear. Come from that corner. Come on, come on, come on. Yep, come on. You too. Yep. You in that back left. Come on. You in that back right. Come on. Come up on out of there. Come up. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. We not finna sit back in the back of the room at the end row, the end seat, so we can just slide up. No. Come on up to the front. Come on up to the front because we're not gonna disappear. You put too much time and effort into your book to disappear and fade out. No, we're not doing it. We're not fading out into the background. We're going to show up and keep showing up. I want you to keep promoting. I want you to keep sharing the heart behind your book. Share your why. I just told you, I wrote Marriage Conversation with God because I want us to have a clear understanding of why marriage is so important. Why marriage is so important to God. Why we should show up in a better way in our marriage. I even wanted to know what we were doing wrong. I wanted to understand why being a wife is more than cooking and cleaning and being intimate with my husband. Like that, it's deeper than that. That's some surface things, but it's deeper than that. I wanted to understand my husband beyond being a protector and a provider. And this book is going to help you understand that. It is. It's going to help you understand that. So keep promoting, keep sharing the heart behind your book. Every time you talk about it, you plant a seed. Go back into season 3. We talked about words and how they are seeds. We got an episode for that. It's just watch all season 3. You'll find it. Okay. So every time you talk about it, you plant a seed, and that seed may not bloom today, but it's growing. We have to understand delayed gratification, people. Everything ain't always like pop up, boop, you do this, boop. No, it's not always like that. Some things take time, and then there's a boop, but you have to learn and accept and agree with delayed gratification. Don't stop doing the work because you don't see it right then. Learn to have patience. Because really, if you're thinking about it, you are mastering a skill when it comes to marketing and advertising. You're learning how to create content. You're learning how to refresh your content. You're learning how to share your message in different ways, in different spaces with different people. That's teaching you something. That's a skill that you're mastering. So don't think that what you're doing is just a waste of your time. It's not. That's a skill that you can put in your toolbox and say, hey, I know how to do marketing and advertising. That can be a service that you provide to somebody else. Come on here. That can be a service that you can provide to somebody else because you are learning how to market and advertise. Now, you may not be able to take on a whole lot of clients, but you may can advise somebody on how to do something. You may can coach somebody on how to do something, or you may can take on a client and help them build their platform up, build their content up. It's a service. That's another stream of income. Okay. So remember, your book is still relevant. It's relevant because God said it was relevant. God told you to write the book. God told you to create the planner. God told you to get the book project done. So it's relevant because He says it's relevant. Understand that if you want your name to be great, you need to let God do it. If you're trying to make your name great in your own strength, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. It's not. And yeah, I may have somebody to say, well, oh, people know me. Okay. They know you. But for how long? See, when you allow God to make your name great, He sustains you. You will always be known. Why? Because He's going to move you from level to level. So you may be in this group at this point in time, and then He'll move you over here. You're still in this group over here, but then He's going to connect you over here in this group. Then He'll connect you over here in this group. You're not leaving the groups that you're in. You're still part of those groups, but He's expanding your reach at the right appointed time. So I advise you to allow God to make your name great. Don't try to do it on your own. So Remember, again, your book is still relevant, your message still matters, and you never know who needs to hear it today. You never know who needs to hear it today. So even if you have to start out with just doing a reel, and if the reel is just you reading your book description, read your book description. That's what it's there for. They're going to read it. Read your book description and let people know why this book is necessary, why they need to have this book not just on their shelves, but at their bedside reading it. Now, don't read my book before the word. Read the word always, okay? But if you need something else to read, this is the book that you need. And this is it. And read that book description to let them know this is what this book will give you and help you with. And watch the sales come. Watch the sales come. I believe that when we apply these 5 points, watch the sales come. Watch them come. These 5 points I can take and create a carousel on it and put it on Instagram as a teaching tool from New Voice Books. Think I'm not? You better follow me and find out. Okay? Follow me and find out. So listen, low book sales aren't the end. Get them books out that garage. Get them books from underneath that bed. Get them books from out that closet. Get them books. Dust that box off. And if you don't have any books, go ahead and purchase you some books. Even if it's 10 of them, purchase you some books, okay? Purchase you some books so you'll be ready for when them book orders come in. They're just a signal that it's time to re-strategize and re-engage. So low book sales aren't the end. They're just a signal that it is time to re-strategize and re-engage. You wrote that book for a reason. Don't let temporary numbers make you question your purpose. I'm going to say that one more time. Do not let temporary numbers make you question your purpose. Your voice still matters. Your message still matters. It's a different group of people around in 2025 that was in 2020. I didn't know some people in 2020 that I know now in 2025. So let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk to your new audience. Let's talk to the people that you have met now. You see your friend list, it's different. It's different. So now talk to those people. Talk to those people. If this episode helped you, please be sure to leave a review. Let me know in the comments. Let's engage with one another. I know y'all watching. Let's engage. Share it with another author, and then come and join us inside the Kingdom Scribe community for more support, accountability, and strategy. And we're on Facebook. So you can go find New Voice Books on Facebook, and the Kingdom Scribe community is attached to New Voice Books. Come on over into the community. You don't have to sit and be by yourself. We can learn together. We can grow together. We are the book club. We can share. We can create the book club in the community and share our books out. And every month to month to month, we just move to different people's books. And then we're supporting one another, and we're also making others aware about your book. Okay? So don't think that you have to do this alone. Don't think because sales have went down that you can never sell your book again. That is a lie. That is a lie. Pray and ask God to give you a new strategy and show you how you can re-engage with your current audience and your new audience. Ask him for help. You've written down the points that I shared with you, and if you didn't, go back and listen to this episode again. Get the information that God has given you through me. I'm not on this platform just to be here. Honestly, I didn't even want to come to YouTube. I'm like, let's be real. I wanted to stay over on Clubhouse behind my profile pic. But God said not so. So we're going to use the information that God has given us. He is the genius. He knows all things. We're going to apply it to our lives. And even if it's 1 point at a time, you don't have to try to do all 5 points at one time. If it's 1 point at a time, do 1 point at a time and watch it work. And watch it work. Yes, I'm confident in what I say. Watch it work. If you work it, it will work. All right. So until next time, keep writing, keep promoting, and keep trusting God with the results. I love you, keep Kingdom Scribes. Be blessed.